Hey y'all, welcome right back to my channel. It's Brielle over here and welcome to today's Vlogmas video. For today's Vlogmas video, it's just going to be a little bit more of a low-key type of video. Y'all are just going to be with me trying on a new face mask. Not really new, but trying on my favorite face mask at the moment. And also I am going to talk about some Christmas memories I wanted to share with y'all. Because we close or whatever. But before we get started, if y'all haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and click the bell icon to be notified every single time I post a new video. And also give this video a like if you like this type of video. And also comment down some of your favorite Christmas memories right down below in the comments. But let's go ahead and with this video. So for today's video, I'm just going to be talking about some of my favorite and not so favorite memories that I had from Christmas time. I'm just going to give y'all like 5 different ones. And I'm also trying the mask, the Professional Deep Retreat mask. This one's one of my favorite masks at the moment. And start off with a good memory that I have. And this one, I'm simply naming it My Mom's Proposal. This Christmas, I remember, was 2009. The reason I know the year is because that was the year my brother was born. And I remember that morning just simply being just a simple one. We opened up our presents, and I remember that year we were going to our aunt's house for Christmas Day. And I remember specifically right after we finished up doing all of our presents with our family, we got dressed, we were about to head out the door, and then my dad decided like to make like a little cute proposal. It was honestly really cute. I remember specifically that he went to grab a bag and he went into our room and actually took some of our Bath and Body Works stuff and like had that cover up where the ring was at. The ring was on the bottom of the bag. So as she was digging through, like, of course she was laughing. She's like, wow, you're stupid. Like, you gave me like the little girl's presents. Like, what are you trying to give me? Then right when she made it to the bottom of the bag, I remember my mom's face. She was so happy. That one right there, I just, like, it was just like a memory like I can never forget. Because she was so happy, she actually went to the ground and started hugging him and was just straight crying. I remember my mom was like all done up and ready because, you know, my mom is a bad bee. And right when she was done crying, I remember my dad was wearing a white shirt because my mom's mascara ended up on his shirt. Then my mom had to go get herself redone again because literally she like cried off all her makeup. Of course she said yes. But that one's like a really good memory, just simply just how my mom's face, you could see in her eyes, she was so happy. And that right there was just like the best memory. And my mom was the happiest girly going into the Christmas party. And for the second memory I'm gonna talk about, it's actually one Christmas that isn't so good, that was not one of my favorites. This Christmas, I remember specifically, we were going to my great grandma's house, and I remember this like the one year we actually dressed in normal clothing. I did not feel too well, but I didn't really notice it until I didn't notice that I felt sick until I drank Capri Sun, and it honestly did not taste right. I was thinking like, oh, this is like a bad Capri Sun, because it didn't click in my head like, oh, like I could be getting sick. I was just like, oh, this tastes weird. But I remember right when we got to my great grandma's house, we opened up our presents there, and I remember I just didn't feel well the entire time, so I just asked my mom, can I like go to the room and like take a nap? So my mom let me go take a nap. I remember I was in a dress that day because me and my sister were matching, but I literally kept going in and out of sleep. And I remember waking up to like a plate being right next to me, and I did not feel good, so I went in the bathroom, and it's gonna be a little bit TMI, but I was going number 2, and I did not feel good. And then right when I went to the sink to go wash my hands, I remember I projectile vomit into the sink. I remember I did not feel good. I was so embarrassed. My mom tried to give me Pepto-Bismol, and that thing, I don't get how people could like Pepto. That thing tastes nasty. Anything bubblegum flavor is just not a good taste for me anymore. But right when I took that, I had to go to the bathroom again with and I threw up in the sink again. right when I went to go wash my hands, and it was pink because of the Pepto. That one, that was like a really horrible Christmas. I remember I was just sick the entire day. I stayed in the room away from everybody, and I'm just like, ugh. The smell of food just wasn't it for me, and I love eating food. That's like the one thing, if you remember me as a kid, I ate a lot, but that day it was just not a good Christmas whatsoever. Alright, but going off of that bad Christmas, let's go ahead into another good one. Is my first Christmas being moved out. This one I will say was like a bittersweet Christmas. This one I like, honestly, I was so happy. I've been gone since August, and this was like the first time with like me going to go see them. Honestly, I was just so happy just seeing my entire family. And I remember this Christmas was also low-key a housewarming party for me too, because it's my first time moving. I never had a housewarming party, and this Christmas I got a lot of presents, and it was like stuff that was like used for the house. Like I got a lot of laundry stuff, I got a bunch of candles, blankets, dryer sheets, laundry detergent. Like they stocked me up on everything I needed for a house. I even remember getting like a vacuum and also a Bissell, so like because we had carpet, so I needed that stuff. And I just remember it was like, I was not expecting to even get that much whatsoever, but just because it was like a housewarming / Christmas, this was like a very special one. I was able to see my mom. I remember actually bringing my little doggos, which they were still little at the time. They're still puppies. They're really big now, but it was Zara and Ruby. If y'all know what they are, this is what they look like. But another thing I remember is Zara, she was getting a little bit taller, so she was able to like reach the top of the table without standing. And when I say table, I mean like little coffee tables, like a small one. And my mom had to move all the food, like finger food that we had there, because Zara kept sniffing around there. So we had to go ahead and move that out the way. But I will say that one is a good Christmas. After saying a good one, let's go ahead in with one more bad one, which I will simply title it as Instant Karma. Y'all might be wondering, like, what do you mean by instant karma? This Christmas, I remember I was little. Every single year for Christmas time, it's the only time I'm a morning person. I wake up early as hell, and I'm usually the one waking up everyone for Christmas. I'm always up at like 5 or 6 in the morning. I think the latest I ever woken up was 8 in the morning, but I'm the one up. And I remember all the presents were set out, so they were all out, and I remember this year I was like curious about what was in this small little present thing, and I looked at the present before me and my family could really see, like, be seated together. I took a look at that present and I saw it was the diamond necklace I wanted. Honestly, I remember I love this necklace. I even love this necklace to this day, which is why it makes me so heartbroken about what happened. But I got my instant karma, don't you worry. I saw what it was, I got excited, I put it right back, and I went along the rest of the day pretending like, oh, I don't know what it was. Right after we were done opening up our presents, I remember I honestly felt guilty. I remember I felt so guilty that I did that. I felt like, oh my god, like I lied to my family, like I did something I wasn't supposed to. So I went to my mom and dad and I told them what I did. I said, I'm so sorry, but I looked through my presents and I saw that I had the necklace. I saw that I had the necklace before we even opened up presents, and I'm very sorry. And I remember, it's funny thinking back, I remember my dad called up Santa and he had me tell Santa what I did, and I remember I was crying. Thinking back, I'm like, who did he call? Who was I on the phone with saying like, I opened up my present, I wasn't supposed to, I'm so sorry. Oh, you guys think like, oh, this is instant karma? No, this ain't what I'm talking about. But later on that day, I think my mom and dad were like going to go grab something from the store real fast, or they were trying to go pick up family members to come to the party because it was at my parents' house that year. I remember my aunt was there. It was on my mom's bed. And the thing with my mom's bed is like she had like these decorative pillows, and these pillows had like the, you know, right when it had like the sparkle on it, and it's like a little circle right there, a little circle sparkle. not like a rhinestone, but like just plastic that's supposed to reflect. Y'all know what I mean. But I remember I was wearing the necklace because I loved it. I put it on. I'm like, I'm gonna wear this. I'm never gonna take it off. And when I was playing on my mom's bed, the necklace got a hold onto the pillow. And the thing about this necklace is that it was a little small diamond necklace, and it had a skinny chain. Like it wasn't like the ones where it's just like, it's just one solid silver chain. And I remember I got stuck. I freaked out. I tried to pull away from the pillow, and I broke the necklace. The necklace literally broke that day that I got it. It wasn't like, oh, I had it on for 24 hours. No, it broke that same exact day. I remember crying because I literally just got it. That was like my favorite gift. It literally broke that day. That's why I said I got instant karma from like me opening up the presents when I wasn't supposed to. So now I know better. Like, kids, don't sneak and get your presents because karma will come back at you. Now for the last story I wanted to tell y'all. This one I'm gonna end it on a good note. Well, with this Christmas, it wasn't that long ago. It was the first Christmas after I graduated high school. We were going to my grandparents' house for Christmas, and this is the first time we had Christmas at my grandparents' house in years. And when I say years, I mean like I was a little kid being there. Like, I remember my grandparents, like, they paid people to clean their house. And the thing about my grandparents is that they're low-key hoarders, so their house is never clean. People to help clean their house, like, well enough so we actually have Christmas there for the first time in years. And this one was like a really good one. I was so happy to be in there because I remember how the house looked like when I was little. I grew up there. It was my first home, and I honestly love it to bits. But this Christmas was kind of funny because we had my grandpa dress up as Santa that year. And the thing about my grandpa, his legs messed up, and so his body is like a true veteran. His body's a little messed up, so he doesn't walk right all the time. He was dressed as Santa, and he buffered, and he actually fell. And it was like in front of the kids, so we kind of had to play it off, just like, it's like, oh, Santa had too much eggnog. But we got him back up. He got in the chair and he was passing out presents to everybody in the house, and we all opened up presents together, and we were able to just spend time together as a family at my grandparents' house. And it made me very happy just because it was my childhood home. Alright, but you can see right here the mask is about dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it off and I'll come back with y'all. Alright, but here's my skin with the mask off. It's definitely really smooth. It took out everything from my pores. My skin isn't as oily anymore. I really do like how my skin looks right after the mask. I'll definitely get this one from Benefit, the Deep Retreat one. This video is not sponsored whatsoever, but I just don't want to gatekeep. This one is a good mask. But that is it for today's Vlogmas video. Go ahead and go, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye.